check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, we're pretty close right now, but we'll get closer. He said just make sure you stay close to the mic and crank it up. And then if your phone's on vibrate, turn the sound off and plug the vibrate. Hello and good evening. My name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this broadcast here on ETV tonight of this women's volleyball game against East Stroudsburg University. I am joined by Sierra. Hello, Sierra. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you today?
Very good. Are you ready for this volleyball game?
Yes, I am.
Alrighty. So we're getting into introductions right now. We'll just give you a quick rundown of the Edinboro team for right now. Number 1, Tatum Hosey. Number 2, Jessica Giannacaro. Number 3, Jordan Van Oss. Number 5, Paige Morris. Number 6, Molly Briere. Number 7, Hannah Brenetar. Number 11, Morgan Sharp. Number 12, Alicia Eldridge. Number 14, Megan Skrepchuk. Number 16, Sally Sturkle. Number 17, Sarah Armenheiser. Number 18, Hannah Cantrell. Number 19, Sierra Jackson. And number 20, Abigail Horner. Missy Sobleski serving as Edinboro's head coach for this volleyball team. As we go into this match, Edinboro is sitting 7-5 overall and 0-2 in the PSAC Northwest, and East Stroudsburg is sitting 12-2 overall and 2-0 in the PSAC Southwest. Going into this game, Sierra Jackson's leading in kills for the team, 153. Sally Sturkle is leading in blocks with 30. Megan Skrepchuk is leading in digs with 133. Alicia Eldridge is leading in aces and assists. Aces, she has 25, and assists, she has a whopping 386 for her season so far as a freshman. Sierra, this is your debut broadcast, is it not?
Yes, this is my first time actually broadcasting for a volleyball game.
This is Sierra's debut broadcast for volleyball. Sierra, have you been following the team so far? Have you been following the team?
Yes, I am very newly into the volleyball.
All right, so there's going to be one quick correction. It's going to be Jordan Thomas with me for color commentator. All right. We are about to start this game here. Starting off this game, so far it looks like we're going to have Paige Morris, Alicia Eldridge, Sierra Jackson, Hannah Cantrell, Molly Briere, Sally Sturkle, and I believe in the far corner there's number 14, Megan Skrepchuk.
Very interested for this game tonight. Their last meeting was back in 2017 with the win for Edinboro, 3-1.
Again, in college volleyball, the game is going to go best of 5. So if Edinboro were to win 3 games, the game, or 3 matches, the game would be theirs. And if East Stroudsburg were to win 3, the game would be theirs. They can mix it up. If Edinboro were to win the first 2 and East Stroudsburg the second 2, they would go into the 5th match.
Okay.
So Alicia Eldridge is going to serve for us. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg trying to get it over a little bit. A hit from number 9. Sarah Smith on East Stroudsburg's side, hitting it right over the line. So it's going to be Eldridge back at the line. 1-0 is your score. Alicia Eldridge with her second serve. East Stroudsburg with another hit, but a nice block.
That was very nice. Great attempt.
Good attempt from Sierra Jackson and Paige Morris. But it is going to go out on Edinboro's hands, so it's going to be East Stroudsburg to serve. Score is 1-1 in this game so far. Serve is up and over. A nice dig from Molly Briere, our Libaro. Getting it back over to East Stroudsburg's side. Right back to Edinboro. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Megan Skrepchuk, who's going to tip it over. East Stroudsburg was ready for that one, though. And they're going to send it over to Edinboro side and over the line, going out of bounds. 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. It's going to be Edinboro's own Megan Skruptak up to serve now. Skruptak, a senior of this team. Serve is up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Kind of a sly hit there out of nowhere, getting East Stroudsburg the point. 2-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve. It's going to be number 9, Sarah Smith. Up and over right to Labaro on Edinboro's side, Molly Briere. Hannah Cantrell tipping it over to East Stroudsburg. A
Very
hit
nice.
over right back to Hannah Cantrell, to Molly Briere, back to East Stroudsburg. A tip right to Megan Skruptak, sending her to the floor to try to get it. Almost got it over, but not quite. East Stroudsburg's going to get that point. 3-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Skruptak to Eldridge to Jackson with a strong hit. Blocked from East Stroudsburg, but Megan Skruptak was there and ready. Hannah Kintrell sends it over off of East Stroudsburg's hands, and a point for a point for Edinboro. Number 2, Jessica Giannacaro for Edinboro is going to be up to serve. Giannacaro's serve is up and over right to the Labaro of East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit right back over. Megan Skruptak diving for it, but just couldn't reach it. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's point. 4-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Number 13, Emily Meredith of East Stroudsburg, to serve their Labaro. A set from Eldridge and a hit from Sally Sturkle sends it onto the floor of East Stroudsburg's area. 4-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jordan up to serve right now is Sierra Jackson for Edinboro. She backs all the way up. She has such a strong hit, she backs all the way up. You'll notice that throughout the night. Eldridge with a set to Sturkle, who's going to hit it over, but Labaro of East Stroudsburg is ready. Back to Edinboro side, Eldridge to Cantrell, who's going to send it over. Labaro of East Stroudsburg is ready, though. Number 4 for East Stroudsburg, Kaylin Davis, trying to send it over, but it didn't make it over the net. Sierra Jackson will be back up to serve for Edinboro. 5-4 is your score in this first match at Macomb Fieldhouse. Serve right to the Labaro of East Stroudsburg, sending it over. Eldridge with a set to Cantrell, who's going to hit it. And she's going to find the open spot on East Stroudsburg's side, getting Edinboro the point. 6-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson's going to be back up to serve again. Jackson's serve is up and over onto East Stroudsburg's side. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg off the hands of Edinboro blockers, getting East Stroudsburg the point. 6-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sam Dumphy for East Stroudsburg up to serve. The serve is up and over, and it's going to be right out of bounds. Edinboro with that point. 7-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Brentar up to serve for Edinboro, the sophomore out of Concord Township. Serve up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it, and ready with the tip. They're going to tip it out of bounds, getting Edinboro the point. Excuse me. They're going to say it tipped off of an Edinboro player's hands, and East Stroudsburg will get that point. 7-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. A serve up and over to Brentar. A set from Eldridge and a hit from Sturkle. 8-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sally Sturkle up to serve for Edinboro, the freshman out of Chesterland, Ohio. Circle serve is up and over onto East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit right to Brentar, who's ready. Skruptak trying to send it over, but it's going to be blocked. East Stroudsburg with the point. 8-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. it's going to be number 2 for East Stroudsburg. Haley Jones up to serve now. Service up and over. Brentar to Eldridge to Skruptak, who again is trying to send it over, but a double block from East Stroudsburg, blocking it and getting them the point. 8-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jones back up to the serve for East Stroudsburg. Service up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Jackson with a strong hit. East Stroudsburg's number 4, Kaylin Davis, though, ready for it. Edinboro is going to end up with that point. 9-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge up to serve. Eldridge is a freshman out of Odenton. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready with a set and a tip. Sending it to Edinboro's side. Edinboro was ready, but I don't know if they were ready for a tip. 9-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Very, very close game so far. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is up and over. Brentar with a dig to Eldridge to Jackson, who's going to give it a strong hit. It's going to be in, and Edinboro's point 10-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro is now in the lead. Megan Skruptak, the senior of Edinboro's team, up to serve. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg sending it over, but there's going to be a whistle, and Edinboro's going to get that point. 11-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Skruptak again up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. They found that one spot on Edinboro's floor, kind of ending up at a campfire there where they're all huddling around it, trying to get to it. 11-10 though, now at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit, getting us another point here at Macomb Fieldhouse. 12-10. Jessica Giancarlo for Edinboro up to serve now. Up and over onto East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Edinboro trying to get the block, but it's going to tip off of the front line's hands and onto their floor. 12-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's serve. Up and over right to Labaro Briere to Eldridge to Circle, who's going to give it a strong hit, getting Edinboro a point. 13-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson backing all the way up to the back of the gym there for her serve. Serve is up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. A nice dig from Megan Skruptak with a serve. There's going to be a whistle there. East Stroudsburg is going to end up with that point. 13-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve here. Serve is up and short. It's going to be Edinboro's point. 14-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. There's going to be a couple of substitutions here. Hannah Brentar is going to come in for Edinboro. Brentar's serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready. It's going to be a tip off of Edinboro's hands, that giving East Stroudsburg, a point. 14-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Serve is up and over to Brentar, to Eldridge, to Sturkle, who's going to give it a hit. East Stroudsburg's Labaro's ready for it, though. A set and a tip. Sends it over to Sierra Jackson to Alicia Eldridge, who's just going to kind of fling it over. Megan Skruptak trying to get it over, but a block from East Stroudsburg's front line is going to send it right to the floor of Edinboro's side. 14-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg for the serve. See, Jordan, this is a very intense game so far.
I know. These numbers are close, back-to-back points for both teams. Be interesting, though, because if East Stroudsburg loses today, this will be their first loss in the PSAC division this season.
Serve is up and over. Eldridge with a set to Skreptok, who's going to tip it over. A campfire over on East Stroudsburg's side. Edinboro with the point, 15-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. A couple substitutions for Edinboro. Looks like Paige Morris will be in for this game so far, or again, excuse me. Sally Strickle up to serve. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready, a tip. Sends it over, Sierra Jackson ready to Eldridge, to Skreptok, who's gonna hit it over and get the point for Edinboro. 16-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Strickle, serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit, sending it onto Edinboro's floor. 16-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Again, this is the first set of a potentially five-set match. East Stroudsburg with the serve, up and over, right to Brentar, to Eldridge, to Skreptok, who's going to tip it over and get the point for Edinboro. 17-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge up to serve, the freshman. Serve is up and over there for Eldridge. East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit, sending it over to Edinboro's side, but it's going to be a tip on Edinboro, or off of Edinboro, I should say. 17-16, East Stroudsburg with the serve. Serve is up and over. Eldridge with a set. Jackson going to tip it over. Misses it by probably a fingertip. East Stroudsburg with the point. 17-17. Still a very, very close game here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg for the serve. Serve is up and over. Brentar to Eldridge, who has to kind of scramble for it. Jackson scrambling to just get it over the net. East Stroudsburg hitting it over to Edinboro's side, kind of giving them a restart. Still a little bit of a scramble, but Edinboro gets it back over. East Stroudsburg sends it back over to Edinboro's side. And a little bit of a scramble there again. East Stroudsburg ends up with the point for that volley. 18-17, East Stroudsburg in the lead. There's going to be a timeout here at Macomb Fieldhouse. We are back here at Macomb Fieldhouse. 17-18 is the score. East Stroudsburg is leading. East Stroudsburg going to be up for the serve right now. Serve is up and over. Molly Briere to Eldridge, to Jackson, giving it a strong hit. It's going to go over the line, and East Stroudsburg is going to get that point, 19-17. That's the thing about having a very strong arm, is being able to kind of control the
Control it,
strength. I mean, she can get, Sierra Jackson's very good about controlling where the ball's going, but the strength sometimes gets her off a little bit. Service up and over. Eldridge with a set and a hit from Paige Morris, again out of bounds on Edinboro. 20-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Serve is up and over. Brentar to Eldridge to Jackson. He's going to give it a strong hit, but a double block from East Stroudsburg's front line there is going to block it. They're going to have another time out here. Score is 21-17. East Stroudsburg is in the lead currently. Jordan, what are you seeing so far? 21-17 the score is. What are you seeing so far from both these teams?
I see some really good play, definitely some good delivery. Like you said about Jackson, she definitely has a strong arm. She knows where she wants that ball to go to. But just minor things like being able to control it, details like that. Make sure there's no falses, out of bounces, things like that is going to be the determining factor, I feel like, in this game. Because it is so close, it's really back and forth. These are really two great teams tonight.
I would agree. Again, 21-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in to this stream brought to you by ETV, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this game, joined by Jordan Thomas.
Yes, thank you.
Who's making her debut on a sports broadcast, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Back to the action here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the ball to serve. Serve is going to be up and over. Brentar with the dig. To Eldridge with the set. Skreptok trying to send it over. East Stroudsburg with that point. 22-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is up and over. Brentar to Eldridge. Sierra Jackson with a strong hit, again, just outside the line. 23-17 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve again. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge, who's going to tip it. And Paige Morris is going to get a hand on it there and tip it as well, getting Edinboro a point. 23-18, East Stroudsburg still in the lead. It's going to be Edinboro's serve. Megan Skreptok will stand at the line. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it, though, with a set and a tip. Sending both Sierra Jackson and Alicia Eldridge on the ground, trying to get that ball. 24-18 now at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg at match point for this set. They're going to be up to serve. Again, East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is up and over. Cantrell to Skreptok. Cantrell going to send it over the line, or over the net, I should say. East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. A block from Edinboro and a dig from Alicia Eldridge. Molly Briere trying to get a hand on the ball. 25-18 is going to be your final score for that match of this game. That is the first match of this game here at Macomb Fieldhouse. They're going to flip sides here.
I think that was a great first match. It was definitely close, and you know the little things of delivery, and that's why we have lead with East Stroudsburg. But definitely, it's going to be a close each match we have today.
Absolutely. And right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Fighting Scott Spotlight. The Fighting Scott Spotlight, for this game is Hannah Cantrell, and it comes from Edinboro. Comes to Edinboro from Huron, Ohio. She reached double-digit kills twice this season against Mercy and Pace, with 15 and 14 respectively. Against the Mavericks, she had no errors to go along with her 15 kills for a .556 attack percentage. She also added 4 blocks in the 3-0 win. The senior ranks 4th on the team in kills with 76 before this game, and 5th in blocks with 10 before this game as well. Hannah is a nursing major with minors in psychology and biology and a 3.52 GPA. She's the daughter of Michelle and Martin Cantrell. And if you're here at Macomb Fieldhouse and you have one of these nice programs that they've printed out for you, Anna Cantrell's picture is on the front of this program for tonight's game. So you're going into the second match here. Or Jordan, excuse me. I don't know why I keep doing that. Jordan, going into the second match here, what are you looking forward to seeing from both these teams?
I think what I'm most excited to see is definitely some killer attacks. I think they both know they've gotten used to each other. They see how each other is going to play. They know it's not going to be just an easy win. They're going to have to put the work in if someone's going to come out victorious here. So I'm definitely ready to see some more attacks. Definitely get some more control of the ball. And I'm going to be really excited to see who's going to come out victorious.
Absolutely, I would totally agree. Looks like in about 55 seconds here we're going to get to start, or sooner if Edinboro seems to be ready right now. Again, if you were just now tuning in, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this matchup against East Stroudsburg University. Joined by Jordan Thomas. I will get your name correct by the end of the night, I promise. Gonna be East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Serve is up and over. Edinboro ready. A set from Eldridge and a hit from Sturkle, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though, sending it right back. Sierra Jackson to Briere to Eldridge, who's gonna send it over with two different sets and a hit from East Stroudsburg, sending it back over to Edinboro's side. Scrap talk to Eldridge. Jackson sending it to the floor of East Stroudsburg court. 1-0 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro taking the first point of this match. Serve is up and over from Edinboro with a set and a hit from East Stroudsburg, sending it right to Edinboro's side. Eldridge with a set. Sturkle tipping it over East Stroudsburg, sending it right back to Edinboro. Eldridge with a set. Sturkle again with a tip, sending it to East Stroudsburg. A set and a hit. And they're going to call that in East Stroudsburg with that point. 1-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve here. Service up and over with a dig and a set and a hit from Sturkle. East Stroudsburg there with a block. 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the point. Or with the lead, excuse me. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Up and over. Scrap talk to Eldridge, who's going to set it. Cantrell going to tip it over. The tip doesn't quite make it over the net. East Stroudsburg with that point. 3-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg is in the lead and up to serve. Serve is up and over. Molly Briere ready for it. Eldridge with a set to Sierra Jackson. He's going to give it a strong hit, but a strong block from East Stroudsburg's side. I believe that's number 21, Jasmine Williams. defending that hit from their court. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve. Serve is up and over. Briere with a dig to Eldridge. To Skreptok, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready for that. And tipping it over. Molly Briere just diving for it. Couldn't quite get there. 5-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve again. Serve is up and over. Skreptok to Eldridge to Sturkle. East Stroudsburg saving the ball from their court. Getting it back over to Edinboro's side. Eldridge is going to send it to the floor of East Stroudsburg. 2-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Edinboro's Hannah Brentar up to serve. Brentar's serve is up and over. A dig and a set. And a hit from East Stroudsburg sends it over to Briere to Eldridge. And a strong hit from Sally Sturkle sending it over. East Stroudsburg with a strong hit of their own, sending it to the back of Edinboro's court, getting them a point. 6-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead and up to serve. Serve is up and over. Eldridge with a set. Skreptok with a tip over. East Stroudsburg ready for it. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Hit Renatar there. Saving the ball. Sierra Jackson getting up there. Molly Briere sending it over. East Stroudsburg's team kind of yelling from the sidelines there a little bit, but the point is going to be East Stroudsburg 7-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Skreptok, who's gonna hit to send it over. It's gonna go off of East Stroudsburg's hands and out of bounds. Edinboro with that point. 7-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sally Sturkle up to serve. Sturkle serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg with a set and a tip over to Edinboro's side, finding that one spot in the court. 8-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead and up to serve. Serve is up and over. Brentar to Eldridge to Skreptok, giving a strong hit. It's going to be just out of bounds there. Excuse me, they're going to call it a tip off of East Stroudsburg, I believe. So 8-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's Edinboro serve. Alicia Eldridge with the serve. Up and over, right back to Edinboro's side. Skreptok sending it back to East Stroudsburg's side. East Stroudsburg again saving it and sending it over to Edinboro's side. Eldridge with a set. Sierra Jackson with a hit. A block off of East Stroudsburg. Back to Edinboro. Skreptok trying to send it over. East Stroudsburg's ready for that though. A hit from East Stroudsburg. Hannah Brennatar to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson, who's going to tip it over. East Stroudsburg saving it though. Paige Morris now getting in on the action. Alicia Eldridge trying to send it over. A block from East Stroudsburg. 9-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead and up to serve. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve. Up and over to Molly Briere, to Eldridge, to Jackson, giving a strong hit. Going to go off of East Stroudsburg's hands and way on to the other side of the gym here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro with that point, 9-5. Megan Skreptok's going to be up to serve for Edinboro. Skreptok's serve is up and over onto East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. It's going to be back over to Edinboro's side. Scrub saving it. But it's going to be East Stroudsburg's point ultimately, 10-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve up and over. Megan Skreptok to Alicia Eldridge to Molly Breer, who's going to send it over. A set and a hit or a tip from East Stroudsburg, sending it back to Edinboro side. Edinboro sending it right back to East Stroudsburg side and getting the point. 10-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Number 2 for Edinboro, Jessica Giannacaro is going to be up to serve. Score is again 10-6. East Stroudsburg in the lead. We are in our second match here at Macomb Fieldhouse out of this game. East Stroudsburg did take the first match. Giannacaro's serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg tipping it very quickly back on over to Edinboro's side. Edinboro ready though. Hannah Cantrell sending it on over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Edinboro trying to save that. Couldn't quite get there. 11-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead and up to serve. The serve is up and over. Skreptok to Eldridge to Jackson, who's going to tip it over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though, saves it. Sends it back on to Edinboro's side. Eldridge's going to set it to Cantrell, who's going to send it over. East Stroudsburg is going to try and send it back over, but Sally Sturkle and Hannah Cantrell with a double block there. 11-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Very intense game still here at Macomb Fieldhouse. We are in the second match, as I said. Sierra Jackson's going to be up to serve over to East Stroudsburg's side. And a tip from East Stroudsburg. Sierra Jackson to Eldridge to Skreptok, sending it over. It's going to go out on off the tip of East Stroudsburg's hands. 11-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Sierra Jackson again up to serve for Edinboro. As you may notice, Sierra Jackson backs all the way up. She's got a very, very strong hit. As you can see right there, it went all the way over the court and on or over the line, the back of the line on East Stroudsburg's side. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's point and their serve now. 12-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Serve is up and over. Molly Briere to Eldridge. 2 circles. You're going to send it over. Circle hit. It's going to go off of East Stroudsburg's hands. Edinboro with that point. Hannah Brentar is going to be up to serve. 12-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Brentar's serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though with a set and a hit. A very quick hit there. Didn't give Edinboro a lot of time to process what was happening. 13-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg still in the lead. A very, very aggressive match still. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve now. Up and over. Hannah Brentar hitting it. Eldridge is going to save it. Jackson's going to smack it on over to East Stroudsburg's side. Keeping it in play. East Stroudsburg sending it back over to Edinboro's side. Brentar to Eldridge to Skreptok to East Stroudsburg's side with a hit, sending it back over. Brentar just out of reach, a little bit out of reach for her arm. 14-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Gonna be East Stroudsburg serve again. Up and over to Brentar, to Eldridge. A strong, quick hit from Sally Sturkle. Freshman Sally Sturkle getting Edinboro a point. 14-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. There's going to be a little substitution here. They're going to bring in number 20, Abigail Horner, to serve for Edinboro. Again, 14-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Service up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Getting another point. 15-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve now. Up and over right to Brentar, to Eldridge, to Skruptalk, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though with a set and a hit back over. Skruptalk and Briere kind of running into each other there, but Skruptalk's right there to block, or to hit it. Blocked off of East Stroudsburg's hands and out of bounds. Edinboro's point 15 to 11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge's going to be up to serve. Eldridge's serve is up and over. To East Stroudsburg's side, blocked by Edinboro's side very quickly. Back to East Stroudsburg's side. A lot of following there, kind of an empty spot there in East Stroudsburg's side. Edinboro at that point, 15 to 12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge back up to serve. Eldridge serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready, set, and a hit and a block from Paige Morrison. Sierra Jackson, Edinboro's point. 15 to 13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Eldridge is going to be out to serve once again. Up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for set and a tip. And a tip out of bounds there. It's going to be Edinboro's point, 15 to 14. And it's, again, a very close match here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Alicia Eldridge is going to be up to serve once again. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg sending it back over to Edinboro's side, Hannah Bredetar to Megan Skruptalk, who's going to send it over. With a set and a hit from East Stroudsburg, it sends it back to Edinboro's side. Eldridge to Jackson with a very, very strong hit off of the hands of East Stroudsburg's players. It's going to be 15 to 15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. There's going to be timeout from East Stroudsburg now. Jordan, what are you seeing in this, at the very beginning of this match right now? We still have a long way to go in this set. What are you seeing so far from both teams?
I think both teams are definitely learning from their mistakes, definitely trying to make sure that their sets are more strategized. They know the weaknesses, starting to realize the weaknesses of the other teammates, and just making sure that those kills, I mean, we have seen some great kills from both East Stroudsburg and Edinboro players. Basically, the teammates are just making sure they're set up to be able to attack those. I feel it's been back-in-the-back attacked. And with a game like that, we are going to keep going back and forth, handling the ball, because both teams do have their players, like Jackson on our Edinboro's team, for example, who can deliver those great points that we do need to keep those winning numbers.
You mentioned Sierra Jackson. Sierra Jackson is a sophomore here, a very young team for Edinboro's volleyball team this year. Before the game, leading in assists and aces, Alicia Eldridge, who is a freshman. Also Sally Strickle up there, who is also a freshman. A very young team for Edinboro's side right now, but you know, East Stroudsburg also has a lot of freshmen on their roster, so it's not that it's unevenly matched at all, and you could definitely tell that from the game that you're seeing right now.
Yes.
Eldridge's serve up and over to East Stroudsburg's side.
Yes. Both teams definitely have some great young talent that they can work up to, and they'll have for these next couple of years.
A hit sending, I agree, a hit sending the ball out of bounds on East Stroudsburg's side. 16 to 15, Edinboro again. Alicia Eldridge up to serve. East Stroudsburg sending it over to Edinboro's side. Eldridge sending it back. East Stroudsburg kind of fumbling forward a little bit there. 17 to 15, Edinboro in the lead. Alicia Eldridge to serve. Service up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it. A tip from East Stroudsburg. Hannah Brenetar though ready. Alicia Eldridge with a set to Sierra Jackson, who's going to send it over. East Stroudsburg sending it back over, but off of Hannah Brenetar's arm. 17 to 16. East Stroudsburg with that point, and now a serve. Service up and over. Briere hitting it out of bounds there. 17-17 tied now here at McComb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over Briere to Eldridge to Jackson, sending it over. East Stroudsburg fumbling a little bit for it. Edinboro getting that point. 18-17 here at McComb Fieldhouse. A little bit of substitution there. Megan Scrubtock's going to be up to serve for Edinboro now. Service up and over East Stroudsburg with a set. And a little bit of miscommunication, it looked like. 19-17 here at McComb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Scrubtock will again be up at the line to serve. Service up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit to the very, very back line of Edinboro's box, getting the point. 19-18. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Edinboro in the lead. Service up and over. Scrubtock to Eldridge to Jackson. Sending it up and over the line on East Stroudsburg's side. 19-19 tied again here at McComb Fieldhouse. We've had multiple ties here tonight. They don't last long because volleyball is a very quick game, but it is a very aggressive and evenly matched game here tonight. Eldridge saving that. Jackson trying to get it over East Stroudsburg with that point, though. 20-19 here at McComb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Up and over. Scrubtock diving for it. Eldridge racing to get it. Just a little bit out of her reach. 21-19 here at McComb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. It's going to be a timeout. Jordan, like I said, in the game, very evenly matched game tonight. We're seeing very aggressive play from both sides. I know you said it as well. There's a lot of talent on either side.
Yes, definitely.
And you can definitely see by the way this game is shaking out, just the passion and, like, you can definitely tell these girls want this.
Yes.
Both sides. And they're not going to give it up easily.
No, they're not. They're working very hard. You can tell. Learning, being quick with it, knowing what they need to do, figuring out their mistakes, trying their best to make sure that for their team, their numbers keep going up. But like we've been saying, it's going back and forth, back and forth.
Absolutely. Edinboro looks ready to take the court again. 13 seconds left in this timeout. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator, joined by Jordan Thomas next to me for color commentation. And if you are now streaming, you are streaming a stream brought to you by ETV here on Edinboro now. East Stroudsburg is going to be up to serve. Up and over. Briere ready. A tip from East Stroudsburg, sending it back over. It's going to be out on East Stroudsburg's side, though. 20-21. East Stroudsburg in the lead. A lot of substitutions happening here on the court. When we get back into gameplay, Jessica Giannacara will be up to serve for Edinboro, a sophomore out of Rochester, New York. Her serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. It's going to be a point for East Stroudsburg, I believe, off of Edinboro's hands. East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Number 6, Tiana Redojic. Serve is up and over. Alicia Eldridge with a set. A block off of East Stroudsburg's hands onto Edinboro's court. 23-20 here in the second match of this game. East Stroudsburg in the lead, 23-20 again. And they are up to serve. Up and over. Molly Briere sending it right to East Stroudsburg's side. Alicia Eldridge and Briere slowing down the ball a little bit there. But East Stroudsburg they got the ball and started speeding it up once again. It's going to be out on East Stroudsburg, and a point for Edinboro in that play, though. 23-21. Sierra Jackson up to serve. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg slowing down the ball a little bit, sending it over to Edinboro's side. Eldridge with a set and circle with a tip, sending it right to East Stroudsburg's floor. 23-22. Circle's 6'2". That height gives her a lot of advantage when she goes to tip like that.
Yes, very just so easily like that to get her team to that point.
Again, Sierra Jackson up to serve. East Stroudsburg immediately sending it to Edinboro's side. A lot of back and forth play in the middle there. Hannah Cantrell, sending it right to East Stroudsburg's side. Slowing down the play a little bit there. And a nice throw from Alicia Eldridge is going to get Edinboro another point. 23-23. It's going to be another timeout from East Stroudsburg.
Yes, Edinboro was definitely not going to let them get to that last point without a fight. We are now tied. Definitely a crazy game.
Absolutely. So this close in the end of a match here, 23-23. It's definitely showing that both these teams we're still in the second match here.
Yeah.
Both these teams are aggressively playing and trying to get this point because it's still super early in this game. Again, we play best of 5 in college, in Division II college. So it's still really anybody's game.
All these sets so would definitely be close, most definitely.
21 seconds now left on the clock for this timeout. Edinboro looking ready to go here. East Stroudsburg now making their way out onto the court. 23-23, it's going to be Edinboro's Jordan Van Oss to serve. Van Oss is a junior out of Three Rivers. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Jessica Giannacaro kind of sliding for that one. Eldridge and Circle trying to send it over. East Stroudsburg 24, Edinboro 23. Still a very, very close game. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve. Up and over from East Stroudsburg to Briere, to Eldridge. Cantrell trying to send it over, a block from East Stroudsburg, getting them the point. 25-23 is your final score of that set. Still a lot of volleyball to be played here, though, at Macomb Fieldhouse tonight. They're going to go ahead and switch sides here. Again, if you're just now tuning into this stream, the stream is being brought to you by ETV here on this wonderful Friday night. A great game, again, we've said over and over. This is a great game so far. Both sets have been very evenly, aggressively matched. Both teams want this very badly, and you can tell that in their gameplay. If you are new to the stream, again, this is being brought to you by ETV. Tomorrow, if you are looking for more sport action, this volleyball team will be again in action here at Macomb Fieldhouse, again being brought to you by ETV. That game is going to be played against, it's going to be played against Kutztown University at 1 p.m. Again, brought to you by ETV, not East Stroudsburg. ETV, excuse me. And if that's not enough sports action for you, live on WFSC tomorrow at 1 o'clock. is the football game against Cal University. Chris Rosado and Luke Boniger will be on the call and on the road for that one. They will be traveling with the team and calling that game. Lots of sports actions happening this weekend, and a big weekend to support next weekend. Another big weekend on Edinboro's campus. It's going to be homecoming weekend, so make sure you're looking for all the updates and following us on Twitter, Edinboro Now, to make sure you have all the updates and you get to see the cool galleries and just get in the know of what's going on for homecoming and all around campus at any general point in time. 31 seconds left on this clock before this third match.
This third match is giving me anticipation.
It's a very exciting matchup here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro's Alicia Eldridge is going to be up to serve. Also on the court, Hannah Cantrell, Molly Briere, Sierra Jackson, Paige Morris, and senior Megan Skrepchak. Eldridge is going to have the first serve of this third set. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg is ready for it. Set and a hit. Megan Skrepchak diving for that a little bit. Alicia Eldridge setting up Sierra Jackson. Is going to send it to East Stroudsburg, right back to Edinboro, right back to East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg to Alicia Eldridge to Molly Briere. Kind of slowing down the ball a little bit. Sierra Jackson with a hit to East Stroudsburg. Sending it right back to Edinboro. A little bit of a bump in between two players. But they're going to get the ball back over to East Stroudsburg's side. Hannah Cantrell to Alicia Eldridge to Megan Skrepchak. Edinboro with that point. First point of the game here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Still a lot of volleyball left to be played. Alicia Eldridge up to serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over with a set and a hit. A very strong hit right to the side of Edinboro's box. 1-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is going to be up and over. Molly Briere there to Eldridge. Jackson trying to send it up in the air and over the net. Just missed it by a little bit. 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead in this third set. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Up and short there. Edinboro with that point. 2-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Megan Skrepchak, the senior for Edinboro, to serve. Up and over to East Stroudsburg side with a set and a hit. A little far out of Edinboro's box. Edinboro at that point, 3-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Megan Skrepchak again up to serve. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg's ready for it though. A very light set and tip there, right in a row. Sending it right to Edinboro's side and getting the point. 3-3. East Stroudsburg serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Jackson. Gonna give it a strong hit off of East Stroudsburg's hands and out of bounds. 4-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Jessica Giannacaro, the sophomore of Edinboro, up to serve now. Serve is up and over with a set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Giannacaro right there to Eldridge to Cantrell, who's going to send it over to East Stroudsburg side with a set and a hit. Edinboro's going to give it a block. 5-3 here now at Macomb Fieldhouse. 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 5-3 here now at Mac Again, Jessica Giannacaro up to serve. Serve is up and short. East Stroudsburg with the point. 5-4 now. Macomb Fieldhouse at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Up and over with a set and a tip from Sierra Jackson to East Stroudsburg side. Back on over to Edinboro side. Sierra Jackson running to save it almost into the crowd. 5-4 here at Macomb, or excuse me, 5-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge. To Jackson, who's going to give it a strong hit over East Stroudsburg, saving themselves a little bit there. Scrap talk to Eldridge, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though. Briere, it's just ready for what they have to come back to her. A lot of action in the middle there. Got to be East Stroudsburg's point. 6-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg to serve. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Cantor, who's going to tip it over, find that spot, and get Edinboro the point. 6-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sierra Jackson up to serve for Edinboro. I'll mention it time and time again. Sierra Jackson's got that strong arm that she backs all the way up to one side of the end of the gym to the other. We're not going to see that serve right now as they're subbing in Jordan Van Oss right now. They're waiting for the official there to see them sub. Like I said, Van Oss is coming in to serve now. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. Jessica Giannacaro doing all she can to kind of keep that in play, but 7-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead and up to serve. East Stroudsburg serve is up and over. Eldridge to Cantor is going to tip it over. 7-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Very, very close third set in this game so far. Hannah Brenchart is going to be up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg side. It's going to be an ace. 8-7 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Brenchart back up to serve now. Up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it. A set and a strong hit from Edinboro to East Stroudsburg's side. East Stroudsburg sending it back over to Edinboro. 8-8 now. It's going to be East Stroudsburg to serve. Serve is going to be short there. Edinboro's point. 9-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro Sally Sturkle is going to be serve. Sturkle serve is up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg, but a tip from a block from Edinboro, excuse me, getting them the point. 10-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Sturkle once again up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it with a set. Just getting it over. A set and a tip from Skreptok. East Stroudsburg is ready for it though. Giving it a strong hit. It's going to be out of bounds. 11-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Sturkle once again up to serve for Edinboro. Up and over from Edinboro's side. East Stroudsburg, a kind of a slide tip there. Edinboro saves it though and gets it back over to East Stroudsburg's side, who once again tips it over, but Edinboro once again is ready. East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. Brentar to Eldridge. Paige Morris is going to tip it over, but East Stroudsburg is ready. Eldridge to Skreptok to East Stroudsburg's side. A set and a hit.
Back and forth, literally. This is a great game.
This is a great volley here. East Stroudsburg with the point. 11-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve. Like you said, a long volley there. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over. Brentar to Eldridge. Skreptok tipping it over, but East Stroudsburg right there with a set and a hit. Sending it back over. Van Oss almost sending it over to block from East Stroudsburg back to East Stroudsburg's side. A hit from East Stroudsburg's side to the back of Edinboro's box. 10-11. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve. East Stroudsburg serve is up and over. Gruyere to Eldridge. Morris is going to send it over and get a point. 12-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Eldridge up to serve. Little bit of court maintenance before we get the game rolling again. Again, score is 12-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Eldridge will be up to serve. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg ready for it though with a set and a hit. A block from Edinboro though, getting them the point. 13-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Eldridge is going to be back up to serve. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Edinboro trying to block it. East Stroudsburg with that point though. 11-13. Edinboro in the lead still. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve. Service up and over. Brentard to Eldridge to Jackson, who's going to give it a hit. East Stroudsburg trying to block it and trying to save the ball there as it falls onto their floor. 14-11. Edinboro in the lead here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Gonna be Megan Skreptok, the senior of Edinboro, up to serve. and over. It's going to be called out of bounds on Edinboro. Point for East Stroudsburg, 14-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Service up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Jackson, sending it over. It's going to go, I believe, Austin. Excuse me. It's going to be point for Edinboro, like I said, 15-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giancarlo up to serve. Giancarlo's service up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. Sturkle and Cantrell with a block there. But it's, I think they called it out of bounds off their hands. 15-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over Skrepchuk to Eldridge, sending it over. East Stroudsburg looked as if they were ready for it, but sending it a little bit of scrambling after the second hit. Edinboro's point ultimately, 16-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Going to be Jordan Van Oss up to serve for Edinboro. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. With a tip, Megan Skrepchuk is ready. Eldridge to Sturkle, sending it to the ground of East Stroudsburg's side. 17-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this third set. It's going to be a timeout for both teams here at Macomb Fieldhouse. 17-13 again is your score. If you were just now tuning in again, my name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this game against East Stroudsburg University, joined by Jordan Thomas, who's making her debut on a sports broadcast, specifically a volleyball broadcast, tonight here on ETV. Jordan, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Again, if you are itching for more sports, tomorrow we have another game right here at Macomb Fieldhouse, again being streamed here on ETV at 1 o'clock against, I believe I said, Kutztown University. Again, should be another match to watch, as this one is. And again, a lot of volleyball still left to be played. We are in our third set here of the game. East Stroudsburg 2, Edinboro 0. But as I said before, we played to 5 here in Division II college volleyball, so still a lot of volleyball that happened as we are coming back from this timeout. Jordan Van Oss is going to be up to serve for Edinboro. Score again, 17-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Van Ox's serve up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit blocked by Edinboro's Hannah Cantrell and Sally Sturkle, sending it to the floor of East Stroudsburg's side. Hannah Cantrell standing in at 5'9" and Sturkle at 6'2". They are they have the height to kind of get it blocked pretty easily there. Again, Van Oss with the serve up and over and out on East Stroudsburg. Another point for Edinboro, 19-13 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Van Oss again up to serve. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. A strong hit from East Stroudsburg, but again blocked by Edinboro. 19-13. There's going to be another timeout called by East Stroudsburg. Excuse me, 2013 is the score. They hadn't updated it yet. 2013 in this third set. As I said before, we are playing till 5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse, or best of 5, I should say. Again, tomorrow, again, right here at Macomb Fieldhouse, 1 o'clock, again, being streamed live, brought to you by ETV. And tomorrow also at 1 o'clock, Edinboro football is in action live at California University of Pennsylvania. Edinboro's own Chris Rosado and Luke Boniger of WFSC will be on the call for that. So you can also be streaming this. You could be streaming the broadcast of the volleyball game tomorrow and listening in to WFSC and keeping up on all the football updates that there are. Coming back from time out here, it's going to be Van Oss again to serve for Edinboro, 20-13, coming off of this time out. Van Oss to serve up and over. Setting up a little campfire there on East Stroudsburg's side, 21-13. It's going to be an ace for Van Oss as well. Up and over again for Van Oss. East Stroudsburg with a set. And a tip back to Jessica Giannacaro, to Eldridge, to Cantra. They're going to get a call. Edinboro's going to get a call, excuse me. 21-14 now at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve. Up and over. Eldridge to Cantra is going to tip it over. East Stroudsburg ready though. Spherical, it looked like a block from Edinboro's side. 21-14 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Hannah Brentar up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg with a strong hit. 22-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Serve is up and over. Briere, though, ready for it. To Eldridge, to Circle, sending it over. East Stroudsburg sending it right back. A lot of in the middle action. Edinboro is going to end up with a point there. 23-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Sally Sturkle up to serve. Sturkle serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Van Oss is ready there to Eldridge, to Skreptok, who's going to tip it over. East Stroudsburg trying to send it back over to Edinboro's side, but couldn't get it over. 24-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Sally Sturkle up to serve. Up and over. East Stroudsburg sending it out of bounds. Edinboro with the point and the game, 25-15. That set will be Edinboro. So now East Stroudsburg 2 and Edinboro 1. We're going into our fourth set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Again, if you're just now tuning in, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this game against East Stroudsburg University, joined by Jordan Thomas, who, again, is making her debut. I won't let you forget they're making her debut here.
And enjoying a great game with that.
Absolutely. We've said it over and over again tonight. Very aggressive match in between these two teams. You can definitely tell by, the fact that we're going into a fourth set.
Yes.
That's also a sign. That's always a sign that the teams are evenly matched. Also, the scores, if you're following along with the live stats, there's a lot of back and forth here. If you've been tuning in and watching, you've seen it happen all night. A lot of back and forth, a lot of tie score, a lot of one above the other, but tying it up. It's just been back and forth. A great game to call here tonight. Again, I'll mention that tomorrow, Edinboro's women's volleyball team will be again here in action at Macomb Fieldhouse at 1 p.m. against Kutztown University for another PSAC match. And the Edinboro football team will be on the road at Cal tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You can hear that call on WFSC. Chris Rosado and Luke Boniger will be on the call for that one. Edinboro looking ready to go for this fourth set. With our 1 minute left here, I'm going to pull up some statistics. If I can get the live stats here to pull up. It doesn't look like they have their live stats up right now. But we will be sure to bring you live stats for this game tomorrow, as they will be loaded up, I'm sure. 32 seconds left before this fourth set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jordan, I always like to mention, there's a nice crowd size here tonight, and I see a lot of other student athletes. We always like to see that. I see a lot of the men's basketball team here tonight. I know the football team's away. They're usually here for most sports. A lot of the athletes come out. The other student athletes come out and support. A lot of the students come out to support, which is always nice to see. And also the students. That's just something I love to see here at Edinboro. And I like to always mention it because I think it's a great thing.
Honestly, I do too. I feel like it just shows great sportsmanship and just team support all around for the university.
Getting into our fourth set here, East Stroudsburg with the first serve of the match. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge. A tip from Morris to East Stroudsburg, sending it to Edinboro, right back to East Stroudsburg. A tip from East Stroudsburg. Molly Briere going for a dig there. Edinboro getting it up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. Eldridge diving for it a little bit. Briere trying to kind of stick her foot out a little bit. Didn't quite connect that though.
I liked that kick though. It was a nice attempt.
1-0 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve once again. A little bit of court maintenance here. Up and short from East Stroudsburg. Megan Skreptok with the serve for Edinboro. Up and over, set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's point there. 2-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve once again. Serve is up and over. Skreptok starting off that volley to send it over back to Skreptok. Eldridge with the set. A tip from Cantrell, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready though, sending it back, but Sierra Jackson sending it back over to East Stroudsburg's side. Edinboro with that point tie, 2-2 right now. Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Jessica Giannacaro is going to be up to serve for Edinboro. Giannacaro ready for the serve. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. Two East Stroudsburg players, excuse me, as I kind of collected what just happened. Two East Stroudsburg's players running as fast as they can to get the ball, but eventually the radio table will be in their way, so it's not going to, Edinboro is going to get that point. 2-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse, or excuse me, 3-2 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. And now 3-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse, as I was explaining the last volley. 3-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse once again. East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Service up and over from East Stroudsburg to Edinboro. Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson, giving it a very, very strong hit off of East Stroudsburg's hands, hitting the scoreboard a little bit. East Stroudsburg managing to get the ball back in control and over to Edinboro's side. Edinboro sending it quickly to East Stroudsburg's side. East Stroudsburg sending it back to Edinboro's side. Hannah Cantrell trying to get it back over to East Stroudsburg's side, giving it a strong hit, and it's going to get stuck in the net. 4-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead now and up to serve. Service up and over. Briere to Eldridge. Cantrell's going to send it over to East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg's ready for it though. Giving it a strong hit. Megan Skreptok kind of diving for it. Eldridge to Cantrell. East Stroudsburg's going to block that hit and get the point here. Here at Macomb Fieldhouse, the score is 5-3 in this match against East Stroudsburg University. East Stroudsburg is going to be up to serve. Up and over from East Stroudsburg's side to Edinboro's. A set from Eldridge and a strong hit from Jackson. Going to go out of bounds. 6-3 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Up and over Eldridge to Skreptok, trying to send it over, but a little short there. It's going to be a timeout from Edinboro here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Score is 7-3. Again, if you're just now tuning in, my name is Maddie G. I am your play-by-play commentator for this match against East Stroudsburg University. I am joined by Jordan Thomas, who's making her debut here calling sports on UTV. Edinboro looking ready to go. 20 seconds left on the clock for the timeout. 7-3 here. East Stroudsburg is leading.
And honestly, Maddie, I think that each set gets better and better. Both teams are definitely learning from each other and playing harder and harder each one they come through.
Stroudsburg service up and over the line on Edinboro's side. 7-4 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Edinboro's Jordan Van Oss to serve. Service up and over with a set and a hit. Jessica Giannacaro to Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantrell. Sending it over. Getting Edinboro the point. 7-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead. Jordan Van Oss of Edinboro up to serve. Van Oss' serve is up and over. A set and a tip from East Stroudsburg. Van Oss kind of flying in the air a little bit to get it back over to East Stroudsburg's side, though. They do, and East Stroudsburg's going to send it right back to Edinboro. 8-5 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Up and over Molly Briere to Eldridge. To Hannah Cantor, who's going to give it a strong hit. 8-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro's going to be up to serve. It's going to be Hannah Brentar. Serve is up and over. And a tip from Edinboro. 7-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this fourth set. Brentar's serve is up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Sending it over to Edinboro side. Eldridge to Scraptalk, who's sending it over. A strong hit from East Stroudsburg, sending Jordan Van Oss running. Jessica Giannacaro getting it over. East Stroudsburg sending it immediately back to them. A tip from Sally Sturkle, but East Stroudsburg was ready for it. A light hit / tip from East Stroudsburg, sending it to Edinboro side. A lot of back and forth here now. A hit from Sally Sturkle. They're going to call it a tip off of East Stroudsburg's hand. 8-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Again, we are in our fourth set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. We play best of 5. East Stroudsburg currently holds 2 games and Edinboro 1. Hannah Brentar back up to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg with a set and a strong hit off of Jessica Giannacaro's hand. Jordan Van Oss sent running. It's going to be East Stroudsburg point in the end, 9-8 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg now in the lead. The Warriors serve is up and over. Eldridge with the set. Scraptalk with a strong hit off of East Stroudsburg's hands. 9-9 tie here. Again, this match, like the others, very aggressive, very consistent, very evenly matched. 9-9 here in the fourth set. Sally Sturkle up to serve. Up and over. East Stroudsburg trying to send it over to Edinboro's side. Edinboro keeping it over on East Stroudsburg. 10-9 now. Sturkle back up to serve for Edinboro. A little bit of court maintenance now before the game resumes. Sturkle again. Freshman. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. A set and a hit. A very strong hit right out of bounds there from East Stroudsburg. 11-9 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. They're going to go ahead and take a timeout, but we're going to stay right here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Again, if you're just now tuning in, thank you for tuning in here on our stream brought to you by ETV. If you're not already, make sure you're following the Edinboro Now social media accounts and all the accounts that associate with it, like the WFSC account and the ETV account and the Spectator account, which kind of goes through the Edinboro Now more than anything. Just to keep updated on all that's happening, sports news, anything else that could be going on around campus, especially with homecoming coming up next weekend. You want to make sure you're up to date with all the events happening. We will do our best to keep you updated with those events. 20 seconds left. Edinboro looks ready to go. East Stroudsburg again getting up. It's going to be Sally Sturkle up to the line for Edinboro to serve, starting up again after this timeout. circle serve is up and over. A set and a hit. Sending over to Edinboro's side. A tip from Edinboro, sending it to East Stroudsburg's side and leaving them scramble a little bit. Edinboro at that point, 12-9 there. Here at Macomb Fieldhouse, Sally Sturkle with the serve once again for Edinboro. Serve is up and over. East Stroudsburg tipping it over to Edinboro's side, but a save. Sending it back to East Stroudsburg's side. Again, East Stroudsburg sending it to Edinboro's side. But they're going to get a call. 13-9 now. Edinboro in the lead in this fourth match. Sally Sturkle up to serve once again for Edinboro. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a tip to Edinboro's side. Van Oss to Eldridge to Scraptalk, sending it to East Stroudsburg's side. It's going to be Edinboro's point there. 14-9 here at Home Fieldhouse. They're going to call another timeout. East Stroudsburg is going to call that timeout once again. Jordan, 14-9. What are you seeing from both these teams in this fourth set here at Macomb Fieldhouse?
What I'm seeing from both these teams right now is definitely some very good strategic plays here. I think with East Stroudsburg, they definitely want to get back those numbers up. Edinboro, definitely, I've seen a tremendous, since the past two sets, a tremendous difference in their play and their strategic skills. And last set definitely showed what you can do if you work harder, have those strategic, and set yourselves up for those good kills. It definitely shows, and I feel like they're going to continue to follow in this path. Right now, Edinboro has that lead. We can see if East Stroudsburg can come back, or if this will be another win for Edinboro for this set.
And to add on to that, both teams came out very, very strong and just progressively got stronger. Nobody has deteriorated at any point in their hard work here in this gym tonight.
Yes.
14-9, Sally Sturkle with the serve now. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. Eldridge to Morris. He's going to try and tip it over, but East Stroudsburg's going to get that point. 14-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve. East Stroudsburg's serve is up and over. Hannah Bruntar to Eldridge, who's going to quickly send it over to East Stroudsburg, but East Stroudsburg's going to save it. Send it right back to Edinboro. Scraptalk giving it a strong hit to the back of East Stroudsburg's corner. 15-10 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead. Alicia Eldridge up to serve. Serve is up and over here for Alicia Eldridge onto East Stroudsburg's side. A strong hit from East Stroudsburg. Molly Breer, though, ready, sending it right back to them. A hit from East Stroudsburg, almost getting Alicia Eldridge in the face, but she's up and smiling. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's point, 15-11 here at Macomb Fieldhouse.
I can definitely tell some more aggressive coming from East Stroudsburg. They are definitely wanting to make sure that those attacks and those kills are delivered.
East Stroudsburg service up and over Briere to Eldridge to Jackson. East Stroudsburg quickly tipping it back over to Edinboro's side. Brennitar kind of breaking it up a little bit, slowing the ball down. East Stroudsburg again. Back over to Edinboro's side. Eldridge to Jackson. East Stroudsburg running into the bleachers to get that ball back over to Edinboro's side. Paige Morris with a hit. It's going to be out of bounds. 15-12 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve. going to be a timeout called again. It's going to be an Edinboro timeout this time. I've mentioned it a lot of times, but I'll mention it again. Tomorrow, again, these ladies are in action here at Macomb Fieldhouse, 1 o'clock. They will be playing against Kutztown University. So come and witness them in action live here at Macomb Fieldhouse, or stream it live here on this stream brought to you by ETV. As well as volleyball, the men's football team will be also broadcast on WFSC tomorrow. Chris and Luke on the call for that one. They will be traveling to Cal University. Edinboro looking ready again to go. East Stroudsburg right there with them. They're going to be up to serve now. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge, saving it from going out of bounds. Briere back over to East Stroudsburg. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg with a point. 15-13 now, Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro's still in the lead. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's ball. Serve is up and over. Eldridge scrub tuck trying to save it. Brennan Tar was running for it when it went out of bounds. 15-14 now here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Jackson. Just going to send it over. East Stroudsburg's up in the rafters a little bit there. Sending it over to Edinboro's side. A slower paced game now. Jackson giving a nice hit to East Stroudsburg. Speeding it up just a little bit here. East Stroudsburg with a hit tying the game now. 15-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve. It's going to be short. Edinboro with the point. 16-15 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Megan Skruptak with the serve. Up and over. Quick serve there. A tip from East Stroudsburg on the floor of Edinboro's side. 16-16 now here at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's serve now. Up and over. Eldridge with a set. Jackson with a strong hit. 17-16 here. Edinboro in the lead. Edinboro's Jessica Giannacaro up to serve now. Up and over. A set. A strong back set. Gonna get called on East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg's gonna get a call on that one. It's gonna be Edinboro's point, 18-16 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro back up to serve. A set from East Stroudsburg and a hit blocked by Hannah Cantro and Sally Sturkle down there on Edinboro's side. 19-16 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro in the lead in this fourth set. Jessica Giannacaro back up to serve for Edinboro. Up to East Stroudsburg's side. A tip from East Stroudsburg's side, getting them the point. 19-17 now. Again, super close set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over. Scrub talk to Eldridge to Jackson, sending it over. Finding an open spot there and getting the point for Edinboro. 20-17 now. Edinboro in the lead. Jordan Van Oss of Edinboro to serve for Edinboro. Up and over on the East Stroudsburg side. It's going to be a tip over to Edinboro side. 20-18 now. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Again, East Stroudsburg up to serve here. Up and over and out. The back of Edinboro's side of the court. 21-18 now at Macomb Fieldhouse. Brentar to serve for Edinboro. Up and over. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. Eldridge to Scrub Talk. Strong hit from Scrub Talk, sending it over to East Stroudsburg's side. A little bit of a scramble over there, leaving Edinboro with the point, 22-18. Again, Brentar with the serve. Up and over. A strong hit from East Stroudsburg off of Edinboro's hands. 22-19. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve now. Up and over. Molly Briere to Alicia Eldridge. A tip from Sally Sturkle. A quick block from East Stroudsburg, sending it back to Edinboro's side, but back to East Stroudsburg's side. Another tip off of Edinboro's hands. East Stroudsburg with the point, 22-20 in this, again, very close set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over from East Stroudsburg. Briere to Eldridge. To Scrub Talk, trying to hit it, but going to be a block from East Stroudsburg. Sending back over to East Stroudsburg's side. Van Oss to Eldridge. To Scrub Talk, sending it to the back of East Stroudsburg's corner. Picking it back up again, sending it over. Jordan Van Oss kind of rolling there for it. 22-21. Here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Edinboro still in the lead. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Up and over off of Edinboro's side and out of bounds. Tied 22-22 now in this fourth set. Again, we play best of 5 here. East Stroudsburg currently has 2 and Edinboro 1. Up and over from East Stroudsburg. Megan Scrubtalk diving, sending it over to East Stroudsburg's side, sending back over to East Edinboro's side, excuse me. Eldridge to circle off of East Stroudsburg's hands. A dive all the way across the back of the court from East Stroudsburg. Couldn't quite connect. 23-22. Edinboro in the lead. Gonna be Sally Sturkle back up to serve. Sturkle serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. Van Oss to Eldridge to Scrubtalk, sending it over and out of bounds. Again, tie 23-23. Very, very, very close set. It's going to be East Stroudsburg's serve now. Up and over from East Stroudsburg side to Edinboro's Briere to Eldridge to Scrubtalk. East Stroudsburg scrambling for the ball a little bit there, but catching control of it, sending it back over to Edinboro's side. A strong hit from Edinboro's side, getting them to 24 to 23 now. Edinboro at match point. Eldridge up to serve. Eldridge's serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg side with a set and a hit. Brenetar sending it up to the scoreboard. Eldridge kind of saving it there. Skreptok sending it over to East Stroudsburg side. East Stroudsburg off of Molly Breer's hands. Hannah Brenetar and Megan Skreptok both running for it. Couldn't quite connect. 24 to 24 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Very, very close set. East Stroudsburg up to serve. Briere to Eldridge. It's going to be East Stroudsburg kind of scrambling to send it over, but they catch themselves, and Edinboro is going to set themselves up. Eldridge to Jackson. Jackson's going to go ahead and get the point for Edinboro. 24 to 25. Megan Skreptok up to serve here. Skreptok's serve is up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit. A tip from Edinboro sends it right back to East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg another hit. Briere to Eldridge to Jackson. A tip from East Stroudsburg. Jackson diving for it last second. Again, tied 25 to 25 now. Very super, super close, intense match game. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve now. Again, we play best of 5 here. East Stroudsburg does have 2, and Edinboro has 1 currently. 25 to 25 tie in the 4th set. East Stroudsburg with the serve.
And this really has been a great team. Both teams are not backing down. They are going full force with everything they have.
Absolutely. East Stroudsburg ready to serve now. Up and over. Skreptok to Eldridge to Jackson, sending it over. East Stroudsburg trying to get a handle on it, sending it back over to Edinboro side. Briere to Eldridge, quick tip over there, but East Stroudsburg caught it. A hit. East Stroudsburg again scrambling to get it, sending it back over to Edinboro side. Skreptok to Eldridge to Jackson, finding that spot there in the floor. 26 to 25 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Substitutions happening. Jessica Giannacaro is going to be up to serve now for Edinboro. 26 to 25 again in this 4th set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. A little bit of for maintenance here before we go on to continue this very intense match here. 26 to 25 again in the 4th set here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro ready to serve for Edinboro. Serve is up and over on the East Stroudsburg side with a set and a tip right in the floor of Edinboro's side. They found that spot. 26 to 26 now here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Very intense match right now. East Stroudsburg with the serve up and over to Briere to Eldridge. Jackson coming in with a strong hit. It's going to be a tip off of East Stroudsburg's hands. 27 to 26. Edinboro in the lead. Sierra Jackson with her serve all the way to the back of the gym is going to serve for Edinboro right now. Up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a tip over to Edinboro side. Eldridge to Cantra, sending it to East Stroudsburg side. Back. Oh, a lot of in the middle of the court play there. 28 to 26. Edinboro's going to take that set there, I believe. And again, now we're going into a 5th set here at Macomb Fieldhouse, 2-2. Both teams have have 2 matches under their belt. What an intense turn of events there. A very, very intense end to that match. An overall intense game.
Overall, I definitely am not surprised that we are going to this 5th set. I mean, the way these girls are playing, you can't expect anything less. No one is going to go down without giving it their complete all. And this whole game tonight has been back and forth points, very close sets all throughout. So I'm very excited to see what this 5th set will bring tonight.
Absolutely. And again, 5th sets only go to 15 here. So this game will only be going to 15. Here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Again, if you're just now tuning in, my name is Maddie G. I'm your play-by-play commentator, joined by my color commentator, Jordan Thomas. And we just want to give a quick shout-out to the crew back in the station and the crew that's in here in Macomb Fieldhouse right now for all their hard work that they're doing tonight. Again, they will be in this women's volleyball team will be in action tomorrow. Again, streamed by ETV. And again, this crew will be back in action.
Right, back in the studio, we have our director, Sam McKinley, our social media coordinator, Roman Sabella. Camera operators for tonight's game are Jesus Munoz, Kiera Reddick, and Kate McChesney. The general manager is Brandon Montgomery, and we have our executive producer, Stuart D. Nash.
54 seconds left before this 5th set. Edinboro ready to go. East Stroudsburg making their way onto the court.
$15 seconds left.
With 5 seconds left before this 5th set, both teams ready on the court, ready to go. I'm going to predict a very, very aggressive match for this 5th set.
Yes, I'm excited. I think this is going to be obviously the best one yet.
Alicia Eldridge to start the serving for Edinboro in this 5th set. Service up and over. East Stroudsburg getting the first point there, 1-0 now. East Stroudsburg in the lead. East Stroudsburg with the serve up and over. Molly Breer to Eldridge. To Jackson, giving it a strong hit. East Stroudsburg blocking, and they were ready for it. Sending it right back to Edinboro and getting the point, 2-0 now. East Stroudsburg again up to serve. East Stroudsburg again up to serve. 2-0 right now. East Stroudsburg in the lead in this 5th match. Up and over. Scrub tuck diving. Alicia Eldridge diving. Sierra Jackson trying to get it over the net, but didn't connect. 3-0 right now at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg again up to serve. Getting the signal East Stroudsburg now up to serve for this serve, and it's going to be up and short. Edinboro with the first point of this match, 3-1. It's going to be senior Megan Skrepchak up to serve. Up and over. East Stroudsburg sending it back to Edinboro's side and getting a point there. 4-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg with the serve now. Up and over Molly Breer. Sending it to East Stroudsburg. She's going to send it right back to Edinboro's side. 5-1 in this fifth set. It's going to be a timeout on Edinboro, or called by Edinboro, here in this fifth set. We'll mention it again tomorrow at 1. These ladies will be back in action against Kutztown University at 1 p.m. right here in Macomb Fieldhouse. Again, it will be streamed on ETV by the crew we have tonight, who are doing a fantastic job bringing you all the action here on this live stream. We will also have on WFSC the football game being broadcast by Chris and Luke. They will be away at Cal. And so you can tune into that as well as you're watching the live stream for the volleyball game. Or even if you're at Macomb Fieldhouse watching the game live, you can be listening into WFSC. Or if you're at the football game live, you can be streaming the volleyball game. We're here to give you all your action here on Edinboro Now. Make sure you're following us on Twitter for all of your updates, and especially with homecoming coming up next weekend, you want to make sure you're following us so you know all the happenings around Edinboro and for homecoming and for any time. East Stroudsburg up with the serve now. Up and over to Molly Briere, to Alicia Eldridge, to Sierra Jackson, who misses the ball by a little bit. Didn't quite make the connection there. 1-6 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead in this fifth set. The serve is up and over from East Stroudsburg to Molly Briere, to Alicia Eldridge. Hannah Cantrell getting a hand on it and sending it over to East Stroudsburg side. Up and over back to Edinboro's side. Cantrell again getting her hand on it. East Stroudsburg with a block, sending it right back to Edinboro. To East Stroudsburg side with a strong hit. The very back corner. 7-1 now. East Stroudsburg in the lead for this fifth match. They're going to do a little bit of floor maintenance here before they get going with this next volley. Looks like we are all set and ready to go once again here at Macomb Fieldhouse. 7-1, East Stroudsburg in the lead in this fifth match. Up and over Alicia Eldridge. Sierra Jackson getting a hand on it. Paige Morris as well. Alicia Eldridge to Hannah Cantrell. Paige Morris, Molly Briere, East Stroudsburg, Paige Morris. Once again, a lot of action happening right there. It's going to be out on Edinboro and a point for East Stroudsburg. 9-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. They're going to switch sides now for the second half of this fifth match. East Stroudsburg up to serve now. Up and over Molly Briere to Alicia Eldridge to Sierra Jackson, giving it a strong hit over to East Stroudsburg side with a set and a tip. Alicia Eldridge right there though. Megan Skrepchak to Hannah Cantrell, sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready for it with 2 sets and a hit. Megan Skrupchuk again. Hannah Cantrell and Molly Breer going for the ball. Neither made the connection there, though. 9-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg's going to be up to serve once again. After a little bit of floor maintenance here. Again, we are in our 5th set here, going to 15. East Stroudsburg currently 9. Edinboro currently at 1. Both teams have 2 wins on their belt in this game so far. Serve's going to be up and over. Skrupchuk. Hannah Cantrell getting a hand on it and getting it over to East Stroudsburg's side. East Stroudsburg's ready for it, though. Giving a little bit of tip. Alicia Eldridge to Molly Breer. Sierra Jackson sending it over. East Stroudsburg ready. Tipping it right into a spot nobody was at. 10-1 here at Macomb Fieldhouse in this 5th set. East Stroudsburg's going to be up again to serve. A little bit of floor maintenance here as we're getting ready for a serve from East Stroudsburg. 10-1 again here at Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead in this 5th set.
There's definitely a difference from previous matches, I would definitely say.
East Stroudsburg with the ball. Up and over Molly Breer to Alicia Eldridge. Sierra Jackson giving it a strong hit off of East Stroudsburg's hands and out of bounds. Edinboro with their 2nd point of the 5th match. 10-2 now here at Macomb Fieldhouse. Jessica Giannacaro is going to be up to serve for Edinboro now. Serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side with a set and a hit. Alicia Eldridge is right there. Sierra Jackson to Megan Skrupchuk, who's going to send it over to East Stroudsburg's side. They're going to try and send it back to Edinboro side, but it's going to be blocked. A lot of action happening right there. Back over to Edinboro's side. Sierra Jackson with a hit right onto the ground up East Stroudsburg's side. 10-3 in this 5th match now. East Stroudsburg still in the lead. Edinboro up to serve. It's going to be Jessica Giannacaro up to serve for Edinboro now. Up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. A set and a hit from East Stroudsburg. 11-3 now. East Stroudsburg continues to lead in this 5th match. Number 13, Emily Meredith, the Lobaro for East Stroudsburg, is going to be up to serve now. Up and short from East Stroudsburg. Edinboro with that point. 11-4 now in this 5th set. It's going to be Jordan Van Oss for Edinboro to serve now. Van Oss's serve is up and over East Stroudsburg with a set and a hit, but blocked by Edinboro. Getting another point. Edinboro 11-5 now in this 5th set. Jordan Van Oss again up to serve for Edinboro. Van Oss's serve is up and over to East Stroudsburg's side. A set and a hit, but blocked by Edinboro. Another point for Edinboro. 11-6 now. Van Oss is going to be up to serve once again after this timeout. It's going to be a timeout called by East Stroudsburg this time. 11-6 in this 5th set right now. Got a minute left in this time out. Jordan, in the first and second and third and fourth sets of this game, there was a very you could tell both teams were working so hard and so strong, and they didn't stop that. And in this game, they haven't either. It's just been so back and forth that they haven't gotten the chance to get the points like Edinboro hasn't.
Yes.
East Stroudsburg was in the lead there a little bit, and then Edinboro's coming back now, just because they're so well matched here. They both have the aggression and the skill.
I definitely agree. I feel like on both sides, they both have great players. They're just really battling it out against each other.
Van Oss again up to serve. 11-6 in this 5th set. Up and over to East Stroudsburg side. A set and a set. And a hit. Van Oss. Eldridge diving in there to get it. Skreptok saving it and putting it over onto East Stroudsburg side. A hit there from East Stroudsburg, getting them a point. 12-6 now at Macomb Fieldhouse. It's going to be East Stroudsburg to serve. A little bit of substitutions and floor maintenance here. East Stroudsburg now to serve. Again, 12-6. Serve is up and over to Skreptok. Briere to Eldridge to Cantrell, who's going to hit it. It's going to be out on Edinboro. 13-6 now. At Macomb Fieldhouse. East Stroudsburg in the lead in this 5th set. Serve is up and over. Briere to Eldridge to Cantrell. Sending it over to East Stroudsburg side with a set and a hit. Sending it back to Edinboro. Briere. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there. Briere, Van Oss, and then Skreptok hit it. And it was very quick. And they were kind of out of hits at that point for that volley. So it's going to be East Stroudsburg's point. 14-6 now. Up and over Briere. Sliding in to send it over to East Stroudsburg side. It's going to be tip. Eldridge saving it. Briere trying to run for it. And that's going to be the end. East Stroudsburg 3, Edinboro 2. And that's going to be the end of our broadcast. I'll say it one more time. Again, tomorrow at Macomb Fieldhouse, they will be in action again, this women's volleyball team, at 1 p.m. against Kutztown University. I myself will be on the call. Jordan Thomas joined next to me on our debut call. Will not be on the call tomorrow, but she will be in the future, right, Jordan?
Yes.
Yes. So thank you again for tuning in to our live stream here tonight. Thank you to the crew back in the studio. Jordan, if you want to read off the names once again.
We have our director in the studio, Sam McKinley. Our social media coordinator, Roman Sabella. Our camera operators for tonight were Jesus Moniz, Kara Reddick, and Kate McChesney. Our general manager is Brandon Montgomery, and our executive producer tonight is Stuart D. Nash. Thank you guys all so much. And
thank you to you, Jordan, for being the color commentator for tonight's game. Again, tomorrow 1 p.m., again, we will be live streaming it. So tune in for that tomorrow. And make sure you're staying updated with all the Edinboro updates from the Edinboro Twitter and social media pages. And again, thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.